Have you ever heard of a woman who crossed oceans, defied cultural barriers, and overcame immense adversity to change lives? Saint Mother Cabrini, known as the Saint of Immigrants, devoted her life to love, compassion, and helping those who needed it most. In this story, we will explore her extraordinary life, her sacrifices, and the lasting legacy that continues to inspire millions around the world. 1. Early years, a childhood shaped by faith and service. Francesca Saverio Cabrini was born on July 15, 1850, in Sant'Angelo Lodigiano, Italy. The youngest of 13 siblings, Francesca was raised in a deeply Catholic environment that instilled values of faith and selflessness. Her fragile health became a defining challenge in her early years, but it did not hinder her growing sense of purpose. Her mother's stories about missionaries and their journeys planted the seeds of her lifelong dream to serve God and humanity. Despite her health issues, Francesca was known for her strong will and remarkable devotion. Her family, although humble, valued generosity and service to others, and Francesca embodied these principles from a young age. She often helped her parents at home, while also dedicating her time to caring for children and the elderly in her community. These formative years shaped her resolve to devote her life to the service of others. Tragedy struck early in her life when Francesca lost her parents. Instead of falling into despair, this loss deepened her faith and gave her a stronger sense of purpose. She immersed herself in prayer and began contemplating a future in religious life, believing that God had a unique mission for her to fulfill. At 18 years old, Francesca applied to join a convent, but was rejected due to her frail health. This was a devastating setback, yet Francesca remained undeterred. She vowed to find another way to answer her divine calling. This resilience became one of her defining characteristics as she pursued her spiritual journey. Her early years were marked by challenges that tested her spirit, but also fortified her determination. Francesca was destined to become a beacon of hope for countless others, and her unwavering dedication to faith and service would guide her path forward. 2. The divine calling, her religious vocation and first steps. Francesca's divine calling became increasingly clear during her adolescence and early adulthood. Her fascination with the stories of St. Francis Xavier and St. Philip Neri inspired her to dream of a missionary life. She envisioned herself traveling to distant lands, spreading the love and teachings of Christ to those in need. After being rejected by a convent due to her poor health, Francesca began working as a school teacher at an orphanage run by a religious order. This experience proved transformative. She discovered her passion for helping vulnerable children and teaching them not only academic skills but also values of hope and love. Her role at the orphanage foreshadowed the monumental mission that lay ahead. In 1874, Francesca finally found her place in religious life and was accepted as a member of the Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. In 1880, she officially founded the order, fulfilling her long-held dream of forming a community dedicated to helping the most disadvantaged members of society. The Missionary Sisters began their work with a small but determined group of women who shared Francesca's vision. They focused on education, healthcare, and spiritual guidance for those who were most in need. Their efforts laid the groundwork for what would become a global mission of compassion. This period marked a turning point in Francesca's life. With the foundation of her congregation, she embarked on a journey that would take her across continents, overcoming challenges with unshakable faith. Her work as a spiritual leader and missionary had only just begun. 3. Founding the Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart. The foundation of the Missionary Sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus in 1880 was a milestone in Francesca Cabrini's life. The congregation's primary goal was to provide education, medical care, and spiritual support to marginalized communities. From the outset, it was clear that this was not an ordinary religious order. It was a movement fueled by compassion and an unwavering commitment to Christ's teachings. The congregation's motto, "The love of Christ impels us," encapsulated their mission. This principle guided their work, from opening schools for impoverished children to establishing hospitals for the sick. Francesca believed that every person was a reflection of Christ, and this belief drove her tireless efforts to serve others. One of the first major projects of the Missionary Sisters was the establishment of an orphanage in Codogno, Italy. Despite limited resources, Francesca's leadership and determination turned the orphanage into a model of care and efficiency. It quickly gained recognition for its impact, attracting support from both the church and local benefactors. Over the next few years, the congregation expanded its reach. Communities were established in other parts of Italy and Europe, extending the sisters' work to new areas of need. Francesca's vision was clear: to bring hope and love to every corner of the world. Her leadership and ability to inspire others were critical to the success of this mission. This period of growth and consolidation prepared the missionary sisters for the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. Francesca's unwavering faith and boundless energy ensured that the Order's mission would endure and flourish. 4. The mission to America, a journey of hope and challenges. In 1889, Pope Leo III asked Francesca Cabrini to direct her mission toward America. While she had originally dreamed of going to China, she accepted the Pope's request to serve the Italian immigrants struggling in the United States. This decision marked a significant turning point in her life and the start of an extraordinary journey. The transatlantic voyage was fraught with difficulties. Francesca and a small group of sisters faced harsh conditions on the ship and uncertainty about what awaited them in America. Yet her faith sustained her, and she encouraged her companions to remain strong. They knew their mission was vital and urgent. Upon arriving in New York City, Francesca encountered a grim reality. The Italian immigrant population lived in overcrowded, unsanitary conditions, often subjected to exploitation and discrimination. She wasted no time in organizing resources and searching for ways to help. Despite initial resistance from authorities, Francesca's determination never wavered. In the first few months, Francesca and her team opened schools, clinics, and community kitchens. These establishments became sanctuaries for immigrants, offering not only material support, but also spiritual encouragement. Her ability to connect with people and understand their struggles made her a beloved figure among the immigrant population. This mission to America was a testament to Francesca's courage and dedication. Despite the immense challenges, she succeeded in creating a network of support that transformed countless lives. Her work brought relief to the suffering and laid the foundation for a legacy that would endure for generations. 5. The context of Italian immigrants in the United States. At the turn of the 19th century, waves of Italian immigrants arrived in the United States, fleeing extreme poverty and seeking better opportunities. However, the reality they faced in America was harsh and unforgiving. They lived in overcrowded tenements, worked long hours in low-paying jobs, and often faced prejudice and exclusion. The living conditions in immigrant neighborhoods were deplorable. Families were crammed into small, poorly ventilated apartments where disease spread rapidly. Many immigrants struggled to find stable work, and their children had little access to education. Cultural and language barriers further isolated them from mainstream society. It was in this challenging context that Francesca Cabrini began her work. She understood that the needs of the immigrant population extended beyond material assistance. Her approach was holistic, addressing not only their physical needs but also their emotional and spiritual well-being. One of her greatest accomplishments was the establishment of schools for immigrant children. These institutions provided a safe space for learning and growth, equipping children with the skills they needed to break the cycle of poverty. Francesca also recognized the importance of preserving cultural identity, encouraging immigrants to take pride in their heritage while adapting to their new environment. Through her tireless efforts, Francesca changed perceptions of Italian immigrants. Her dedication and success inspired others to support her mission, creating a ripple effect of positive change. In a time of great need, she became a beacon of hope and a champion for those who had no voice. 6. The Mother of the Voiceless. Her work among immigrants. Saint Mother Cabrini quickly became a beloved figure among the Italian immigrant communities in the United States. Her mission was not limited to founding institutions. She actively engaged with the people, listening to their struggles and offering tangible solutions. To many, she was not just a missionary, but a maternal figure who understood their pain and worked tirelessly to alleviate it. Her ability to gain the trust of these vulnerable communities was remarkable. At a time when Italian immigrants were often viewed as second-class citizens, Cabrini restored their dignity and inspired them to believe in their own potential. Her words and actions resonated deeply, making her a symbol of hope. Cabrini also became an advocate for immigrants, speaking on their behalf to local authorities and defending their rights in courts and other institutions. She tirelessly campaigned for better living and working conditions, often using her charisma and determination to open doors that had been firmly shut. Beyond her advocacy, Cabrini focused on building a sense of community. She organized festivals, masses, and social gatherings that brought people together. These events not only eased the immigrants' homesickness, but also reinforced a sense of belonging and solidarity. Through every small act of love and service, Cabrini cemented her reputation as the mother of the voiceless. Her unwavering dedication to understanding and meeting the needs of others changed lives and created a lasting legacy of compassion. 7. Works of charity: hospitals, schools, and shelters. Cabrini's vision extended beyond immediate relief. She sought to build sustainable structures that could support communities for generations. Hospitals, schools, and shelters became the cornerstones of her mission, each tailored to meet the unique needs of the people she served. One of her most notable achievements was the founding of the Columbus Hospital in New York City. This hospital was specifically designed to serve Italian immigrants who often lacked access to quality health care. Cabrini personally oversaw fundraising and the hospital's development, ensuring it met the highest standards of care. Her schools were equally transformative. Cabrini recognized that education was the key to breaking the cycle of poverty. The schools she established provided immigrant children with a solid academic foundation and a nurturing environment where they could grow and thrive. These institutions emphasized both practical skills and Christian values. Shelters for vulnerable women were another critical aspect of her work. Cabrini understood that many young women arrived in America alone, facing dangers and exploitation. The shelters she founded not only offered a safe haven, but also provided vocational training and emotional support, empowering these women to build independent lives. Each of these charitable endeavors reflected Cabrini's deep commitment to serving others. Her ability to blend practicality with spirituality allowed her to create lasting solutions that addressed both the physical and emotional needs of the communities she touched. 8. Her unwavering faith amid adversities. Throughout her life, Cabrini faced numerous adversities, from personal health challenges to resistance from societal and religious institutions. Yet, her faith remained her greatest source of strength. She approached every obstacle with a firm belief that God's providence would guide her through. One of her most trying moments came during the early days of her mission in America. Lack of funds and skepticism from local leaders threatened her work. Despite these difficulties, Cabrini continued to move forward, trusting that divine intervention would provide the resources she needed. Time and again, her faith was rewarded. Her frail health was another constant struggle. Cabrini often pushed her body to its limits, traveling long distances and working tirelessly to establish new institutions. She acknowledged her physical weaknesses, but believed that her spirit, fortified by God, was stronger than any challenge she faced. Cabrini's unwavering faith also inspired those around her. The sisters who worked alongside her often spoke of how her courage and optimism gave them strength during difficult times. Her reliance on prayer and her deep relationship with Christ were evident in every decision she made. Through each trial, Cabrini demonstrated that true faith is not the absence of difficulties, but the ability to face them with hope and trust. Her life stands as a testament to the transformative power of faith and perseverance. 9. Her relationship with Pope Leo XIII and papal support. Pope Leo XIII played a pivotal role in Cabrini's life and mission. Recognizing her extraordinary dedication and leadership, he personally requested that she focus her efforts on serving Italian immigrants in America. This endorsement not only validated her mission, but also provided her with the confidence to embark on such a monumental task. The meeting between Cabrini and Pope Leo XIII was profoundly significant. He saw in her a woman of unwavering faith and exceptional organizational skills. His encouragement and blessing strengthened her resolve to take on the challenges awaiting her across the Atlantic. The Pope's support also opened doors that might otherwise have remained closed. With his backing, Cabrini gained the trust of local clergy and communities in the United States, which facilitated the establishment of her institutions. His endorsement also attracted donors and benefactors who believed in her mission. For Cabrini, the Pope's guidance was a reminder that her work was not just a personal endeavor, but part of the Church's broader mission. She often referred to him as an instrument of God's will, and his influence became a cornerstone of her global impact. Through her relationship with Pope Leo XIII, Cabrini solidified her role as a spiritual leader and a champion for the marginalized. It was a partnership that significantly shaped the course of her mission and ensured its long-term success. 10. Miracles in life, stories of healing and hope. Many attributed miracles to Cabrini during her lifetime, seeing her as a channel for divine intervention. Although she always remained humble, crediting God for these occurrences, the stories of healing and transformation became a vital part of her legacy. One particularly moving account involved a woman suffering from a terminal illness who was admitted to one of Cabrini's hospitals. After receiving care and the prayers of the sisters, the woman experienced an unexplained recovery. This and similar events strengthened the faith of those around Cabrini. Miracles also manifested in practical ways, such as Cabrini's uncanny ability to secure resources in times of desperate need. On several occasions, when schools or hospitals faced closure due to financial difficulties, unexpected donations arrived at the last moment. Cabrini always saw these events as evidence of God's providence. Beyond physical miracles, Cabrini had a profound emotional and spiritual impact on those she encountered. Her presence brought peace and hope to the downtrodden. Many who met her described feeling an extraordinary sense of comfort and reassurance in her company. These miracles, both tangible and intangible, played a significant role in her eventual canonization. They remain a testament to her deep connection with God and her ability to inspire faith and hope in others. 11. Cabrini's legacy, her influence on modern communities. Saint Mother. Cabrini's impact did not end with her passing in 1917. Her legacy lives on through the communities she helped establish and the institutions she founded. Today, many of the schools, hospitals, and shelters she created continue to operate, bringing hope and support to countless individuals. In the United States, her name is synonymous with advocacy for immigrants. Her life and work inspire modern organizations dedicated to assisting marginalized communities. Stories of her dedication serve as a blueprint for contemporary initiatives aimed at addressing poverty, discrimination, and social exclusion. Her influence extends beyond the United States. The missionary sisters of the Sacred Heart of Jesus have expanded their work globally, continuing Cabrini's mission to serve the poor and marginalized. Their efforts in education, healthcare, and spiritual guidance reflect the values Cabrini instilled in the congregation. Cabrini's example continues to inspire individuals to live with faith and purpose. Her story resonates particularly with those facing challenges similar to the immigrants she served. Her ability to create lasting change reminds us of the power of compassion and determination. The legacy of Saint Mother Cabrini is a powerful reminder that love and service can transcend time and borders. Her name continues to be spoken with reverence, and her work serves as a beacon for those seeking to make a difference in the world. 12. The road to sainthood, her beatification and canonization. The process of recognizing Mother Cabrini's sainthood began shortly after her death in 1917. Those who knew her in life testified to her devotion, miraculous deeds, and transformative impact on immigrant communities. This widespread recognition laid the foundation for her beatification and canonization. In 1938, Pope Pius X beatified Cabrini, highlighting her exceptional service to immigrants and her unwavering faith. The ceremony emphasized her ability to overcome immense obstacles to carry out Christ's mission of love and care for the vulnerable. Just over a decade later, in 1946, Pope Pius V canonized her, making her the first United States citizen to be declared a saint. This historic event was a moment of pride and celebration for the Italian-American immigrant community, who saw in Cabrini a spiritual mother and protector. Her canonization was supported by the recognition of several miracles attributed to her intercession, including unexplained physical healings. These miracles, along with her extraordinary life of service, solidified her place as a saint of the Catholic Church. Today, Saint Mother Cabrini's canonization serves as a reminder of her enduring legacy. Her recognition as a saint not only honors her life's work, but also ensures that her example of faith and compassion continues to inspire future generations. 13. Patroness of Immigrants, the recognition of her global mission. In 1950, Saint Mother Cabrini was named the Patroness of Immigrants, a title that underscored the global importance of her mission. This designation was especially meaningful during a time when mass migrations were reshaping societies worldwide. As the Patroness of Immigrants, Cabrini represents hope and protection for those who leave their homelands in search of a better life. Her story reminds migrants that, even in moments of uncertainty and hardship, there is always a guiding hand and a path forward. The title also emphasizes the universal relevance of Cabrini's message. Although she worked primarily with Italian immigrants, her compassion and dedication transcended ethnic and cultural boundaries. Her life's work serves as a call to treat all migrants with dignity, respect, and love. In the 21st century, as global migration continues to dominate headlines, Cabrini's example remains profoundly relevant. Her legacy urges us to see migrants not as statistics or burdens, but as human beings deserving of care and opportunity. By declaring her the Patroness of Immigrants, the Church recognized her lifelong commitment to those in need. Cabrini's mission was not only to serve, but also to inspire others to build a more compassionate and inclusive world. 14. Life Lessons: What we can learn from Saint Mother Cabrini. Saint Mother Cabrini's life is filled with lessons that are as relevant today as they were in her time. Her ability to face adversity with faith and determination serves as a powerful example of how trust in God can transform even the most challenging situations. One of the most important lessons from Cabrini's life is resilience. Despite countless obstacles, she never lost sight of her purpose. This resilience not only helped her overcome personal struggles, but also enabled her to lead and inspire others. Another key lesson is her commitment to service. Cabrini dedicated her life to helping others, showing that true greatness lies in acts of selflessness. Her example encourages us to look beyond our own needs and seek ways to uplift our communities. Cabrini also teaches us the value of empathy. Her ability to connect with people and understand their struggles was at the heart of her success as a missionary and leader. In a world often divided by differences, her life reminds us of the importance of compassion and unity. Finally, Cabrini's unwavering faith inspires us to trust in a higher purpose. For her, every challenge was an opportunity to demonstrate her love for God and her neighbors. This perspective offers a source of hope and motivation for those navigating life's difficulties. By reflecting on Cabrini's life, we are reminded of the transformative power of faith, compassion, and perseverance. Her legacy invites us to strive for a life of purpose and service. 15. The eternity of her mission: inspiration for future generations. Though Saint Mother Cabrini left this world more than a century ago, her mission continues to thrive. The institutions she founded remain active, but beyond that, her example continues to inspire individuals and communities to live with faith, hope, and love. In today's world, we face new challenges, but the lessons from Cabrini's life remain timeless. Her story encourages us to rise above divisions and build a world where every person is treated with dignity and respect. Modern immigrants face unique forms of discrimination and hardship, but Cabrini's spirit remains a guiding light. Her legacy urges us to act with courage and compassion, reminding us that even small acts of kindness can have a profound impact. Cabrini also inspires us to dream big. Her life is a testament to the idea that one person, driven by faith and determination, can change the world. Her story challenges us to persevere in the face of adversity and to work tirelessly for what we believe in. For future generations, Saint Mother Cabrini will always be a beacon of hope and an example of what it means to live a life dedicated to love and service. Her mission is eternal, and her impact will continue to touch hearts as long as there are those who seek inspiration in her extraordinary life. Prayer to Saint Mother Cabrini. O glorious Saint Mother Cabrini, Patroness of immigrants and beacon of hope for the downtrodden, you who crossed oceans and mountains with unshakable faith to bring Christ's love to those in need, hear our prayers and guide us on our journey through life. Intercede with the Heavenly Father for all those who, like the immigrants you helped, seek a home, an opportunity, and a life of dignity. Accompany those who suffer rejection, loneliness, and the pain of being far from their homeland. Instill in their hearts the strength you demonstrated, and grant them the peace that only divine love can bring. Saint Mother Cabrini, you who became an instrument of the Lord to heal the sick, educate children and comfort the afflicted. Teach us to see our brothers and sisters with eyes of compassion. Help us overcome the barriers of selfishness, indifference, and fear, so that we may carry hope and light to a world in desperate need. Pray for us, so that we may face our own adversities with the same courage and trust you had in God's providence. Teach us to live with humility, but with a firm purpose, always seeking the common good and selfless service. O Mother Cabrini, protector of those who cross physical and spiritual borders, pour your blessings upon us all. Guide us on the path of faith, and strengthen us in our mission to build a more just world, where love, solidarity, and peace reign. Through your example of unconditional love, inspire us to transform our lives and the lives of those around us. May your works of charity and devotion motivate us to follow Christ with all our hearts. Amen.